everyone, Bob here. I just finished up doing the Dragon Pet review and a review on cooking, which leads me to the third, in my opinion, biggest thing that we got with the Food of the Gods update, which would be the daily login rewards. So this is the first time I've opened up the daily login rewards, and I see that OTM listened to none of our feedback on what should be in it, which kind of disappoints me. So in closed beta, first we'll go over what's here. So OTM designed the login reward specifically towards the lower end of players. I can see they're trying to make the game less plat reliant, which I think they're succeeding in, as I discussed in my last video with cooking, helping especially the lower levels of players, the continuation of the quest line, expansion of fishing. So I think that is OTM's direction at the moment with horizontal content, but I think the daily login rewards completely screwed over endgame players. The hero combo elixir is nice, but the problem is that, I'll go over what we discussed in beta. So first of all, the idols were one of the first things that we noticed as being completely just wrong. 3 idols is almost nothing, and this just goes to show how little OTM knows about their own game. It's the fact that they think that we die so insufficiently that you're only going to go through 1 idol in a week. What? Yeah, it doesn't make sense, or even like 5 idols in a week. Instead, what was suggested is that it's 50 idols here, it's 100 idols here, and 200 idols here. Because of how, basically the rationale for why we suggested something along those lines was because of how common idols currently are to get. I mean, think about it. You go to the castle and go to the auction house, they're 50 gold each, they're dirt cheap. So, but nonetheless, beginning players typically don't have the ability to quickly go after that. And just because of how many idols every player are. For example, my mage, I think, has like 11,000, 10,000, something right now. I don't even have a reason to keep track, even with how much I die. So, basically the point is that idols are so overinflated, everyone has them, that it wouldn't matter if OTM were to just give out free idols like that. I mean, they're part of the game, and it's more so the fact that when you use an idol, you get cursed. That's the main part that people need to realize. Well, when you die in general, but yeah. So then, this right here, I think they did a fairly good job on with the hunters prizes and such. That is a pretty fair replication. Bounty pledge, I think it should be 5, not 1. Restos, I think, should be about half as much as they're giving idols. And another thing we said in beta is get rid of the Laystone fragment and instead give backpack expansions, because currently backpack expansions are almost impossible to find in the game. So especially for starting players, that's what they really need. They don't need Laystone fragments. They need Laystone fragments actually take up a spot in their bag, which means you're more likely to need a Laystone fragment. I don't know about all of you, but I can recall how many times leveling up a new tune without any backpack expansions, and it's like, your backpack is too full, you're over encumbered. Would you like to use a Laystone fragment? So then I open up my bag, and I have 11 items, and the one item is that Laystone fragment. And it's like, I really think Laystone fragments should count as weight, but that's just me. So, that's one thing we said. Another thing we said is that it should be normal elixirs, super elixirs, heroic elixirs. Instead of these pots. Normal, super, heroic, or even super, super heroic. Because the fact is, no one really uses these pots. Haste potion, because as soon as you die, it's gone. So it really is kind of worthless. These things are just going to stock up in our inventories and make us more likely to have to use the Laystone fragments. So I think that was a really poor job well done. The last week is okay, but it's nothing more than okay. It's all super elixirs, which I never really use. I guess the super haste elixir will provide some boost, but I mean this is 25%. Everyone at least has the 30%. So, I mean, this really bums me out, the fact that they didn't listen to any of our feedback. We gave a complete, Chaotic, who's leader of Clan Chaos on Nuada, outlined a completely new system for what he thought the daily login reward should reflect. And I can say this confidently, every single closed beta player said that that would be a much better system. It wouldn't be completely overkill, it would be completely fair, and even OTM said that they would consider looking into it. They did none of that. Another thing that he suggested was that they add in sigils. Just not much, maybe 5 sigils every 40 days. Sorry, every 28 days. That's not that much. and we thought that would be kind of fair. I mean, if you're able to log in 40 days consecutively, you should be entitled to 5 of each sigil. But nonetheless, it seems OTM doesn't care to listen to us. They only want these items to be reflected for low-end players, but they didn't even take our feedback on how they're not even accomplishing that. So I'd consider daily login rewards a complete waste of time in terms of putting into the update because they don't reflect anything that players really need. The system that we suggested was one in which it starts out with the first week favoring lower level players, and each week progresses till the last week is purely endgame. So that way every player can have a little taste. Because what OTM wanted is they wanted the daily login rewards to keep new players consistently logging in, so that way they could progress. But the thing is, the items that endgame players need are the same items that early gamers need. So, except for it would be a lot more overkill for them. So if anything, it would help them want to stay even more. So I think OTM missed the mark in terms of the daily login rewards. My guess is that they didn't want Platinum to lose its value. But what they don't realize is that one elixir every 28 days is not that much. Players are going to need a lot more to level comfortably. So I think OTM, once again, just goes to show how little they know of our own game. We provided them with the feedback. They said they'd look into it, and it shows that they didn't listen to any of our feedback. Whenever they didn't listen to our feedback on the Dragon Pets, we wanted their skills to be revamped because we didn't think they did enough. OTM, it seems, didn't listen to anything we had to say on that matter. So at least they got some of the cooking bugs out, and they allowed you to cook multiple items at once. But for most of the other things, it seemed closed beta was kind of unrealistic, and was basically us as bug testing. They didn't really listen to most of our feedback, which is a bit disappointing. So in terms of daily login rewards, is it worth creating a bunch of tombs to farm them? No. No, it's not. They're no trade, so that's complete waste. Second thing, is it worth even logging in your alts every day just to make sure you do it? I would say not really. Just because of the fact that there are, the only things that are valuable on the entire list are, I would say, let's pull it up again. I would say the Hunter's Prize, the Hunter's Boon, and then the combos. And you're not going to get those until way later on. So if you for some reason miss a day over here, it's gone. So if you can, try and log on the same ults, but don't overstretch yourself to the point where you might end up forgetting like right here and be like, darn it. So yeah, I think the daily login rewards heavily missed a mark, and I'm honestly extremely disappointed that OTM did not include any of the content that the players actually wanted when we asked them for it in closed beta. So thank you all for watching. Next, I'm going to review the chicken pet. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks all.